Hi guys, welcome back to TigeraGitana. My name is Abby and today I'm going to be telling y'all the story of how my girlfriend got attacked by a demon. Okay? If you hear like that sound, that's because this is Pink. That's my girlfriend's dog. She's so damn cute. She didn't want to like sit on the bed or anything. She's like, you're over here, so I'm going to go sit over there. So yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys the story of how my girlfriend got spiritually attacked by a demon. And this is technically a little bit my fault, and I'm going to explain to you why, but I'm going to well, the reason why I feel like it's my fault is because it happened the week after I moved out and I moved into my new space. So I had moved out right in the beginning of the month, October 1st, into my new space. So I was really caught up on like cleaning the space and blessing the space and like organizing the space and setting up my altar and all of these things. Like I was very much in a space mentality. So I didn't get to do her protection work or her like her baño. Like at the beginning of every month I make sure that she gets her blessing, her cleansing, she gets her candle on, and that she's good and set to go for the month. That's what I do, and I also do that for me. I didn't get to do it for me, and I also didn't get to do it for her this month, so until later on. But so in a way I do take responsibility for the fact that this happened. However, it's actually not a bad story. I do like that it happened. I mean, she learned a lesson about this as well, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but this is gonna be the story. So the week after I had moved in, so the week after the October 1st, because October 1st I believe was on a Monday, or Tuesday, I believe, she got invited by her cousin to go to a potluck, the vegan potluck or whatever, and I was like, cool, have fun. She was really hungry, so I knew that she texted me when she was on her way. She usually texts me about every 45 hour kind of, that's usually how she texts me. Especially like if she's out with somebody or like with her friends or whatever, she'll like text me. She'll be like, oh babe, I just got here, whatever, you know, just regular stuff. So she had texted me like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, but I'm almost there. So she had texted me, she got there, then she texted me after she ate, and she was like, oh, it was good, like it was vegan food, it was really good. And she was like, oh, like an hour later, oh, I bumped into some of my friends, whatever. My cousin says hi. An hour later, you know, like she'd like text me and update me and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool, have fun, blah blah, whatever. Sometime around 11:30 to 12 a.m. she texts me, hey babe, I'm a little drunk. No, I think she called me, I'm sorry. She called me, she's like, hey babe, I'm a little drunk. I'm gonna go to, cause she already told me she was gonna sleep over at her cousin's house. So she was like, I'm gonna go sleep over Wendy's house, and I'm gonna go to sleep, and like we're gonna go afterwards or whatnot. I was like, okay, sure, just text me when you get there, just so I know that you're good, you got there safe. And she was like, okay. And what happened after that? Okay, so she told me she was like gonna go with her friends to her cousin's house, and they were just gonna hang out for a while. So something happened. Her cousin had ended up going with a guy somewhere, and so she was like, where'd she go, whatever, but she knew where she lived. So she was like, she told me before, she was like, oh, I'm gonna just try to walk there. Like that was what she first tried to do, and then afterwards she had called me. So what happened was that she tried to walk to her cousin's house, which was about, I want to say like 10 blocks away, but because she was like a little bit intoxicated, she got a little bit, you know, she thought she got lost at one point. But she was with her friends, so they were walking, and at some point she was getting frustrated that she couldn't find the place, so she was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a cab. So she told me, she was like, hey, I'm gonna take a cab, and I was just like, I'll pay for it, so I know that you're getting to the place, because I didn't want her to put the wrong number or anything like that. So I was like, I'll do it, and then that way I saw that she got there, and I was like, okay, cool. But the thing is that her cousin was not there. Like her cousin got there, and then she was like, oh, I'll be right back, I'm just gonna grab some with the guy or whatever. and they went around the corner or something, and then like my girlfriend was just waiting outside with her friends, and they were just chilling, and some time went by. At this point, it's like, I want to say like 2 something in the morning, 2:15, and because they were like still chilling and stuff, and they were like, yo, where's my cousin? And so she's like, yo, I'm just gonna go get her, because she saw where she went to. So she goes to turn to the street, and she starts walking, and it turns into, there's a cemetery there, so she's walking next to the cemetery. And she told me later that she was like, it just felt really bad, like really energetically dense. It was really, it just felt really heavy. It felt really like she shouldn't be there. Like she kept getting the feeling like she should run, like she should leave. So she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna turn around. So she turned around and just went back to where her cousin like lives, but outside of it. And basically what happened was that she came back. Her friends were still there, and they were like, you know what, we're all just gonna go home, it's getting late or whatever. And she was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for my cousin to come back, because again, she was supposed to sleep over her house. Couple, like I want to say 15 some minutes went by, and my girlfriend just ends up calling me. She's like, I was asleep, because if you know anything about me, you know I usually go to sleep like around 2 in the morning, 1:30 usually at night. And so I was already asleep, but I had like put my volume up just in case she calls. So she called me, I picked up, I was like, hey babe. And she was like, oh, she didn't come, like I'm just gonna go to you because I'm super pissed off. Like she sounded really pissed off, because it was just like, it was really late, she was waiting for her, she left somewhere, she didn't come back, she knew she was gonna sleep over her house. So it was like, it didn't happen. And oh, Pinky's so cute. It didn't happen, and she was just like really annoyed, and I was like, okay, I'll just come here. At the door, I got up and I opened it for her, so all she had to do was like turn it and then come in. And so I was like, okay, cool, just yeah, just get here, whatnot. And so she's like, she didn't sound also anymore like she was intoxicated at this point, because she just sounded super pissed, like super pissed. And so I was like, okay. So she's like, heads her way over here. I'm like half asleep, I'm like, and so she comes in, she like goes to the bathroom. I remember she went to the bathroom, she peed, pretty sure. And then like she took her shirt off, whatever, she threw herself around. She's like, I'm like, baby, okay? She's like, yeah, I'm just tired. And she's like, and she knocked out. So I wake up in the morning, and like the first thing I see, because I ended up like turning her sleep this way, and she was sleeping her backwards, like in front of me. It was like towards my face. And then I look at her back, because she like took off her shirt, so she was in her sports bra, and her back is scratched up. But it's not like 5 fingers at all, it's like 3 fingers. And you could tell, because they're like, and then it goes like, and then it goes like, and then it goes like, it was 3 fingers. It was not 5 at all. It was just, okay. And so I was like, what the? And then so I like if this is her back, I'm like going like this. I'm like, I'm not even touching it at this point. I'm just like kind of feeling it, and it's just hot. Like it feels like I'm touching something that's just so hot. And obviously I'm Reiki certified, obviously I'm Reiki certified, so I am very aware of energy and how it feels and what the difference is and all that stuff. So I was just like, okay, this is odd, that's not supposed to feel that way. So then I start touching it, and my finger's just hot, and I'm just like, what's happening? And then literally when I go like down like that, she just wakes up. She's like, you just touched me, what happened? And I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I go to the bathroom, and I go pee, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, so how am I gonna talk to her about this? Like, I'm just trying to think. And I'm just like, well, I know she didn't cheat on me, because that's not what it is. It's definitely something else happened last night. And hopefully I was like hoping that she would remember something that happened or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll open it with that. So I like come back to her, I'm like, hey babe, so did something weird happened last night. And she's like, I was just so pissed off. Like, I was so mad. She never, and then she was just talking about her cousin, and she was just really pissed off and stuff. And I was like, oh, did you have fun? Yeah, it's just the party was, it was like a cool party. It was like a three story. She was just telling me about the place, the food was good, whatever. And I was like, okay. And I was like, well, I know that you didn't cheat on me, but like, you definitely, your back is scratched the hell up. That's literally what I said. And she was like, what? And I was like, babe, your back is scratched the hell up. Like, it is like scratched up. And in my gut, it had nothing to do with like cheating or anything. Like, I didn't feel that, I didn't get that essence at all. Like at all. It was literally like I felt the energy coming from her back. Her attitude had changed, and it was just like, okay, something happened. So she was like, wait, what do you mean? So I'm like, I can take a picture if you want to see it. And she was like, yeah. So I took a picture. I'm not gonna post a picture. I'm not gonna put my girlfriend on blast like that. But I took the picture, and she's looking at it, and I was like, she was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Because it was like, it was 3 fingers. It wasn't 5, it was 3. And it was just like, and she was like, wait, what the hell happened? And I was just like, what happened? I know you said you were walking by the cemetery. And she was like, yeah, I felt like really like dense. Like something told me I should like run. Like I felt like I shouldn't be there. Like it was just really bad. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I think you had got attacked by a demon, babe. Like I just put it all up there. And she was just like, really? And I was like, yeah, I think you got attacked by a demon, because there's not a lot of things in this world that would be able to do that. Like either you cheated on me with someone who had 3 fingers, or you got attacked by a demon last night. That's pretty much, because even Pinky's fingers are not like no, it was like spread out, and it was like this. And she was like, well, I wouldn't, of course she had to say that. She was like, well, I'm not gonna cheat on you, but I did feel really weird last night, and I felt really angry. Like I felt like I was really angry. And so she had like texted her friends that she was out with last night, and she was like, because at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna make you the exorcism herbal blends because you're gonna get a baño. So I was brewing up the blend that she was gonna take a bath in, because she needed to be cleansed on a spiritual level. So I was brewing that up, and she had texted her friends that she was with, and she was like, hey, was I being weird last night at some point? And they were like, yeah, like you like walked back, because remember she had like walked to go find her cousin. They didn't see the cemetery, but they were like, yeah, you came back from when you went to find your cousin. You were being really weird. Like you were kind of really like, you had an attitude, like you were really angry. So you were being really weird. And then I was like, right. So yeah, so I'm like mixing up the herbal blend, brewing it up, was there for 20 minutes. I also washed all her clothes, had to Florida water all her clothes as well in the laundry. So I washed all her clothes, blessed all her clothes. Once the baño was finished brewing, then I had to wait until it was a good temperature for her to take a shower, because babe is bougie, she can't have too much heat. Okay, so waited until it cooled off a little bit, and then did the baño. And I knew that I was gonna have to call on Archangel Michael, because obviously Archangel Michael is the angel that deals with lower vibrational beings, demons, lower entities. That's what he rules over. And so I knew I was going to have to call him as far as like addressing the issue goes as well. So after she came out of the bathroom, she said she felt a lot better. And then her back was also like less red and less when I was touching it energetically, it wasn't hot or like anything like that. Like she felt a lot better. So she came out. We did, I first started, I called Archangel Michael, did a prayer, said the prayer 9 times. Then I had her doing the same thing 9 times. And while she was praying, she was sitting like towards the wall, like on my bed, like her back was against the wall. I went into a meditation and I closed my eyes. Third eye went on, and literally, since she was saying the prayer to Archangel Michael, I asked him, I was like, hey, I need you to come right now. He was in my room. He was so tall. And he literally took his sword and he like swung it up her head, like if her head was right here, he swung it up here, like as if he cut something. And then I was like, okay. So after that, I knew I had to like go do a Reiki session and just check her energy. So I did a Reiki session, but babe is super bougie, so she needs to have the extra stuff. Okay, so incense was on, music was on, crystals were on, everything was on, and I had the records open, so it was just like super very deep healing experience. I had to kind of pluck some cords out, not cut them, but pluck them out. I had to like do like cleansing of her head as well, and also her back. And literally the next day they were like pretty much gone. Like she barely had anything in her back at all the next day. So it was pretty powerful. Then after her Reiki session, she said she felt a lot better as well. So, well, after she took the bath, she felt better. But after the whole entire thing, because literally we ended up having to do ritual work after this because she got attacked. So that's what happens. So afterwards, she said she felt better. And, like, we ate and stuff. She was good. And it was just, like, really crazy. But she learned a lesson, because the lesson for this, because I had to open her Akashic Records. And she basically found out that Archangel Michael has been working with her family for a really long time. So because Archangel Michael rules over the low vibrational and like demons and different entities, and because her family likes to work with those type of entities on occasion, the reason why he's really takes a precedent in her family is because what I was told through the records was that he lets them play with those energies and those spaces, those darker spaces, where spirit it's a little bit denser, and where there are darker places and darker spirits there, because they're very curious. Her family tends to be very curious, and so what was said was, you can play, I let you play in these spaces, but you also need to ask for assistance when you need out of those spaces. You need to call, you need to say, hey, I need you. So now she prays every single day to Archangel Michael for protection, just to make sure she's good. But it's just really about awareness. So she definitely learned a lesson through this. So it wasn't necessarily the worst experience in the universe, but she definitely learned a lesson through this. It was a very beautiful experience. As far as healing it goes, that was a very beautiful experience. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of how my girlfriend got attacked by a demon. Yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, so I will see you in the next video. I hope that I enjoyed the story. And I might actually put that exorcism herbal blend in the shop, like the bath in the shop, because it was actually really powerful. It was really good. So you might be seeing that soon. But yeah, for the most part, it was a good experience. But hey, November is coming. November 1st is coming. So the routine is back. So just like the Botanica halls got pushed and the protection spells got pushed for later in the month, we're gonna be starting it fresh again. So she's getting her baño at the beginning of the month and everything, same as me. And yeah, she's gonna be cleansed and blessed and protected for the rest of November. Okay. So yeah, so that was the story. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Say bye to Pinky. She's so damn cute. I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.